These 6 traps can destroy an early retirement plan if you don't see them coming. I'm going to show you all 6 and how you can avoid each one. And later, I'm going to show you how we help Tom and Lisa dodge every single one and add nearly $200,000 to their retirement. Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm a certified financial planner, and I've been helping people successfully retire for nearly 30 years. Let's get into it. Trap number 1, sequence of returns risk. This first trap is something most people never even heard of, and that's sequence of returns risk. Simply put, if the market drops in your first few years of retirement, it can permanently reduce how much money you spend for the rest of your life. That damage can be brutal, and let me show you why. When you're saving for retirement, the sequence of returns does not matter. The same average return equals the same ending number, as you can see here. But pay attention to this one, because this is where the trap does all the damage. Both of these examples have the exact same average returns, just as before. They start with the same withdrawals and the same starting balance. But look at the difference. The one on the left, where the positive returns came first, they were just fine. But the one on the right, where the losses hit early, runs out of money completely. And the reason is the percentage of withdrawals climbs dramatically when you have negative returns in the beginning of retirement. And that kills retirement income. They have the same returns, but opposite outcomes. But don't worry, there are ways to protect yourself, and I'm going to show you exactly how Tom and Lisa did this later in the video. Now let's talk about the second trap, because this one sneaks up on almost everyone, and that's trap number 2, the income shift. Up until now, your employer wrote your paychecks, and the moment you retire, all of that changes. Now you're in charge. Now I know you probably got money in a lot of different places. An IRA, maybe a 401k, maybe a Roth, a joint account, maybe even a trust account. You see, each one of these have different tax rules. And which account do you pull from first and when? Most people don't really think about this, but the order you choose to tap these accounts can cost you or save you hundreds of thousands of dollars. The wrong sequence can lead to higher tax brackets, Medicare surcharges, and missed Roth conversion opportunities. But the right sequence can lower your tax brackets, give you more control, and more money in your pocket. You see, Social Security timing, Roth conversions, and withdrawal order are extremely important. And I'm going to show you exactly how Tom and Lisa did this later in the video. Now, the next trap, it's a big one, and that trap is Social Security timing. It's one of the costliest mistakes I see retirees make. Yes, you can claim as early as age 62, but doing so locks in a permanent reduction. Let me give you an example. Say your full retirement age benefit is $3,000 a month. If you claim at 62, you're only going to get $2,100, and that's a $900 gap every single month for the rest of your life. And here's the big point many retirees miss. If you're married and you're the higher wage earner, that decision reduces your spouse's survivor benefit if you pass away first. On the flip side, delaying to age 67 or even 70 can dramatically increase your lifetime income. But you have to plan on how to fund that gap to maximize that benefit. This is where strategy and timing really matter. The wrong choice can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. Now, this next trap is super sneaky, and that's trap number 4, healthcare blind spots. Medicare doesn't start until age 65. So if you retire early, you're on your own. And private coverage isn't cheap. I had a client, she wanted to retire at age 62 and thought that healthcare was going to cost her around $5,000 a year. But the real number was $18,000 every year for 3 years. That's a $54,000 surprise pulled straight out of her investments. But here's what can make it worse. The way you pay for healthcare can affect your taxes. Withdraw too much from your IRA to cover those premiums, and it can push you into higher tax brackets. And that higher taxable income can disqualify you from ACA subsidies, which can drive your healthcare cost even higher. It's a vicious cycle, and most people don't see it until it's too late. This next trap is brand spanking new, and if you're 65 or older, you really need to hear this. And that's trap number 5, senior deduction window. From 2026 through 2028, there's a temporary tax break for retirees 65 and older. Now, a deduction is a reduction in taxable income. A credit, on the other hand, is like an IRS gift card. Okay? So, this $6,000 is a below the line deduction. That's $6,000 per person, or $12,000 for married couples if you're both over at age 65. But there's a catch. There is a phase out. And what that means is you can lose that deduction. For single filers, the phase out starts at $75,000 of income and disappears completely at $175,000. For married couples, the phase out starts at $150,000 and completely goes away after $250,000 of income. Now, it's not just a nice bonus, it's a window of opportunity that smart retirees can use deliberately. But here's where a lot of people mess up. Some convert too much money to a Roth IRA and pushes themselves way past the phase out period and wipe out this benefit entirely. Other people don't convert enough and they miss the chance to use those extra deductions while they're still available. Now let's talk about the final piece of the trap. And this one sets up your taxes for the rest of your life. And that's trap number 6, the closing window. At age 73 or 75 for some of you younger folks out there, required minimum income distributions start to kick in. That means the IRS forces you to take money out of your pre-tax IRAs and your 401ks every single year, whether you need it or not. Now, why do you think they want you to do that? That's right, they want to tax it. Show me the money! But if you've oversaved in these pre-tax accounts, those forced withdrawals can push you into higher tax brackets for the rest of your life. They can also spike your Medicare premiums year after year. It's a closing window before retirement because it's your last best chance to set the foundation for your retirement. And it's not just about setting up for Roth conversions. It's about positioning everything. That may mean shifting your contributions to pre-tax 401k or Roth 401k or vice versa. It may mean maxing out your health savings account, paying down certain debts, which could be a big one, or even borrowing strategically while you still qualify. Because once you stop working and cross into retirement, the flexibility you have today starts to disappear. And with it, some of your best planning options. So let me show you what this looks like in real life. Case study of Tom and Lisa. They're 60 with $2 million saved, and on paper they look fantastic. But without a plan, these traps could hit them really hard. A market downturn could have knocked hundreds of thousands of dollars off of their portfolio right when they need the income from that portfolio. Claiming Social Security earlier would have permanently cut their benefits. Healthcare costs could have quietly drained their savings before Medicare kicks in. So here's what we did to protect them from all of these traps. First, we used their final working years to build a cash cushion, enough to ride out market drops without touching their investments. This protects them from trap number 1, the sequence of returns risk. Second, we manage their income carefully to qualify for some ACA subsidies. This reduced their healthcare costs during the gap years before Medicare kicks in. Third, we analyzed their family's longevity history and decided on a split strategy with their Social Security. Lisa claimed at 67, Tom delayed all the way to age 70, and that one decision added nearly $200,000 of lifetime income compared to them both filing early. And finally, we coordinated the withdrawals across IRA and taxable accounts, keeping them in lower tax brackets and avoiding Medicare surcharges entirely. The result was their income stayed protected through market swings, their health care became affordable, and Tom's higher Social Security benefit became like a built-in longevity insurance, a guaranteed income stream they could never outlive. So you see, Tom and Lisa face all 6 of these traps. But they avoided every single one of them, but that's what a good plan does. You've seen all 6 of these traps and how they can ruin early retirement, but you do not have to fall into them either. I've put together a free video on the Riverbend Bridge method. It's a framework we use to help clients avoid traps just like these. The link is in the description to watch it now. I hope all's well with you and your family, and I'll see you in the next video.